welcome back to another healthy keto eating show, and with the recipe I made from yesterday. I am starting to do that. That way you guys can get the recipe the day before, make it, and join me the next day when I do this healthy keto eating show with you guys teaching. You can sit down and eat with me, or pick one of my other recipes and sit down and just enjoy it with me. This one is that chicken and pizza hot dish I made. Now, I was explaining in there how you can use mozzarella cheese. I ran out of mozzarella, and this was a planned meal, and my husband used up the mozzarella. So I couldn't get to the store quick enough to get it, so I did it with cheddar cheese, but you can still do it with mozzarella. That will actually save on fat if you use mozzarella, make it more of a pizza hot dish. But I think the cheddar cheese is going to be really good, and another way to lower the fat, because I do teach that if you're in weight loss, I'm in maintenance mode, so I eat heavier fats now. But if you're in weight loss mode, you want to try to lower that fat down and not eat the 75% or 80% that they talk about. You want to use your body fat. So what you would do here is use mozzarella cheese, and you would use, instead of the pepperonis, you would use the turkey pepperonis. They make turkey ones that are very low in fat. So you would use the turkey ones. Other than that, the chicken is okay and the cauliflowered rice is okay, but I did cook my chicken in 3 tablespoons of olive oil. You would just use like a nonstick pan or a little bit of water, or one of those cookers, you know, those cookers that, you know, take all the fat off. I can't remember the name of it right now. Drawing a blank. But anyways, air fryer. There we go. You would use an air fryer. So those are the ways you would cook it to make this lower in fat. But if you were going to make this meal and lower it by doing the cheese and the turkey pepperonis, you could use that little bit of olive oil, because you're only getting a tablespoon and a half. Well, actually less than that, because this was 3 servings. So you're not even getting a full tablespoon. So you could just use that and cook up your chicken in that, just to give yourself a little bit of fat. That's okay. A little bit of fat's okay. You're never going to be able to go fat free. I just teach to try to lower it a little bit, you know, because it will help if you're using most of your body fat to get the fat off quicker. I teach that in all of my videos, that keto was designed, and I teach this because newcomers come in all the time. Keto was designed 3 ways, and I was taught this professionally by a keto doctor, my heart doctor who's keto, 2 keto nutritionists, my brother who teaches it as a job, and all the, you know, learning and things that I've looked up, you know, the studying and everything that I've done myself. You would never be the same macro if somebody's trying to lose, gain, or maintain. You'd never be the same fat macro. Everybody's going to be the same 20 macro for 20 carbs or less to keep yourself in a state of ketosis, which just means a big word for fat burning mode. Your body's always burning fat for fuel when you're eating 20 or less carbs a day. Now, your fat is your energy source, but if you're overweight, your body is your energy source. Your body fat will be that. So you can go lower, and you don't have to do the 75%, just go a little bit lower. And the protein is usually half your body weight, a little bit more if you're working out, but try to keep it like, you know, up there. Half your current body weight, or a little higher than that, is your protein. Okay? But anyways, that's why in every video I always teach that, because if you're trying to lose, you're going to lower it. If you're trying to be in, like, you know, me, where I am right now in maintenance, you'll eat around the 75% fat. And if you're trying to gain, you're going to eat even more than that, a bigger percentage, which is going to be like, you know, 80 to 90%, especially if you're working out. And that will help you to gain weight. That's what's great about ketosis, is it was designed 3 ways, and I was taught that professionally. So I just like to bring that to you guys, teach you guys. I've got such a passion for it. I am over 4 years ketogenic and healthier than I could ever be. I cured many diseases. I was on over 20 medications along, you know, on those medications. With all the stuff I had wrong, I had a heart condition too. I still do, but it's almost back to normal. I have what's called postpartum cardiomyopathy. I developed 22 years ago when I had my son back in 98. And I was put on medications for that. Well, then throughout that time, throughout the 16 years from there, I was on a lot of heart meds. I was on stomach medications for GERD and acid reflux. I was on medicine for PCOS. I was on medicine for IBS. I mean, you name it, I was on medicine for high cholesterol and high triglycerides. I was on all of it. I am down to 2 meds that I take now for the heart. One is just to help the blood flow, and the other is a beta blocker, and it's a very low dose. So, and the doctor talks sometimes and maybe trying to take me off of those and see if I would do well without them. But yes, I cured so many things eating this way. I've been ketogenic for over 4 years, like I said. I'm coming up on 3 years of maintenance in April, and I'll do a video on that. I've been able to maintain the weight. I was almost 300 pounds when I started. In a short 15 months, I lost 150 plus pounds, and since then, a little bit over more than that. I've lost 160 plus pounds total. And I've been able to maintain that weight for almost 3 years. And I basically eat at home. I make all these delicious meals. I am, in the process of writing a keto cookbook because I make quick, easy, inexpensive meals. And some could be a little higher, but basically they're all inexpensive, quick and easy, and very low carb. I don't like to look up recipes because a lot of them don't understand when you're using seasonings that they do have carbs. When you're using like cheese and stuff, they do have carbs, eggs have carbs, things like that that say zero do have carbs. You just have to understand that. So I do true carb count on everything. And that's why I'm writing the cookbook. And I just love my journey. I love it. I just want to share it with the world. I want to help each and every person. I do link down below my email if you need extra help understanding macros and calories and how to get set up on a deficit. I would love to help you. My email's down below because I do have to ask some personal questions. So if you could email me if you need extra help, I would love to set you up. And I go over keto and give you a breakdown on it and tell you what you can and can't eat. And I give you a long, pretty long message or whatever, but read it all. It's very important to read it all to understand it. But anyways, other than that, if you are new to the channel, right there is the red subscribe button. Please subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell right underneath that, and you'll be notified of all of these uploads. Definitely for me, since I teach all of this for free, I don't ask for 1 penny. If you could share my channel for me, I would greatly appreciate it through Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, word of mouth, however you can to help this channel to grow. The more it grows, the more people I'm helping, and that's my goal. That's what I believe from God is my true calling of God is to help as many people as I can get their life back. I have helped myself. This one person right here has helped over 1,000 people get their life back, and the number is growing every day, and I want to help you too. So you can watch my videos. I've got lots of great information. I've got keto style mukbangs, I've got treat videos, and I've got my keto journey. All of them teach in there. I teach about keto in there. So definitely check all those out. And if you need extra help, then definitely shoot me a message. At one point in my life, it's going to get hard to be able to do that to help people because my channel will be so big, but I will help as long as I can. And I will not stop teaching till the day they put me in the ground. I'm going to continue to teach and help you guys because I was taught professionally, and I want you guys to all understand. And a lot of these teachings, you can watch Dr. Berg, you can watch what's his name? DeLauer, I can't think of his name, Thomas DeLauer, I think it is. He also teaches about the low fat. Dr. Berg talks about the low fat. When you have body fat, that is your high fat source. No, you're not going to eat zero. I don't mean eat zero. Just lower it a little bit. Don't eat the 75%, just lower it. And I can teach you that. I can tell you macros that you need. Each person's going to be different. But just lower it a little bit and watch that weight fly off of you like it did on me. 15 months. I lost 150 pounds, you guys, 15 months. Incredible. And it just, I didn't have any stalls. I kept losing. As I went down, I would lower the fat even more. I kept going and I kept going. Now, there is, some people out there saying that I started off my journey at 800 calories or 1,200 calories. No, I never did that. I started my journey at 1,800 calories because I was almost 300 pounds, all right? And I did lower the fat on that, and I was eating more low-fat things using my body fat, but I ate 1,800 calories. As I went down in calories slowly but surely. As, you'd lose 40, 50 pounds, you'd go down like 1,600, 1,400. I got to a point, yes, where I was eating around 800 calories with my doctor for just a few weeks to get the last 10 pounds off. The last 10 pounds is pretty hard to get off, and I wanted to get to a realistic goal weight. I sit around 128 to 130 at 5'3" at 44 years of age. Perfect BMI, I'm a 23 BMI, and that's awesome. You can be between an 18 and a 24. I actually sit between 22 and 23. So perfect BMI for my age and all of that. So yeah, I just love to teach, and I love to help all of you guys, and I want to help you feel the way I feel and realistically get to a goal and get there quickly. I don't want people to have to wait, and that's why I want you to understand that, no, I didn't do 800 calories or 1,200 calories through my whole journey. I know there's people out there saying that I did. I don't know if it's jealousy or what, but I never ate 1,200 calories through my whole journey. I started at 18, eventually got to 1,200, eventually got down to 800 for the last 10 pounds, but I only did that for a few weeks. You guys know about that. I did like an egg fast, different things. I was egg fasting. I was doing different things. But I now sit today at 17 to 2,000 calories I consume in a day, and I maintain that weight every single day for almost 3 years. I'll do a video in April for that, for my 3-year maintenance mode. So that being said, I am not trying to steer anybody wrong or hurt you in any way. Believe me, everybody that's done it has asked their doctor. The doctors are okay with it. Everybody I've set up on macros is doing well, are healthy, got all of their weight off, are almost got all their weight off, are in the process of losing their weight or just starting off and are feeling amazing. I have not caused any problems for anybody, but like I said, I am not a doctor nor a nutritionist, but I was taught professionally. So when I bring it to you, I'm bringing it to you professionally. And I've had a lot of success, and a lot of people have been successful watching me. So you can watch my channel, you can follow me, you can do the way I teach you. Always follow people that show real results. That's important. You want to see true results. You don't have to follow me, but there are great keto people out there, or you can follow me. I would love if you would follow me, because I will not steer you wrong either. So that being said, I love to do a little bit of teaching before I eat, and just go over a few things with you guys. But if you need extra help, I'm always here for you guys. Just remember, lower that fat out, use your body fat, and it's going to come off. If you're doing this just because you want to be healthy, you're skinny and you want to be a healthy person and eat healthy, then you're going to eat the 75-80% fat every day, but in good, healthy fats. A lot of people get that wrong too. You don't want processed foods. You don't, I mean, you can do that once in a while, but you're not really going to eat processed foods. You're not going to eat, like greasy foods. You're not going to eat out a lot. You're not going to do stuff like that. You're going to try to eat at home. You're going to try to do these things. Once in a while, you get to eat out. And when you go out, you can have a bunless burger, a steak, a salad, a veggie. There's lots of things you can eat out too. Just make sure when you eat out, don't really eat at McDonald's. That's not a healthy one to eat at, but try to eat at places that have 100% beef. Don't get the cheese if it's processed. Don't get the packs of mayo. Get the mayo from the back, different things like that, or bring your own mayo from home. Go light mayo. I do suggest that you do light mayonnaise if you're trying to lose weight. But if you're out and you're just on the go and you can't, well, one day ain't gonna hurt you. Just be careful with that. Eat good, healthy fats. Olive oil, coconut oil, avocado for cooking, MCT for your coffee. That's a great fat. Avocados are great. Nuts are great. Different things like that are healthy fats. Eggs are a really healthy fat. Good omega, omega acid. I think I'm saying it right. Omega, omega-3, omega acid, or whatever. Healthy fish, seafoods, things like that, and cook it in, coconut oil, olive oil to give it the heavy fat. You can have real butter, things like that. You just want to eat healthy and basically eat at home. And I do teach in each meal how to lower the fat. If you are in, losing mode, I want to teach you how to eat the same thing but lower the fat on it. Or if you're just eating 1 meal a day or 2 meals and you want to have that little bit of fat, well, then you can eat the way I did it, but just make sure that that's it for the fat that you eat for the day so you don't go over. So that being said, let's go ahead and enjoy this meal, and I'm going to do a little story time with you guys. I thought I would have a little bit of fun. This one here, I told you yesterday, is 5.3 carbs. That's wonderful. It is 3 servings. The whole pan what was the whole pan? Let's see, 3, 6, 9, 12, 30, 40, 50. I think it was 15 carbs, so it means I have, 3 servings, 5.3 grams of carb for this whole plate I have here. And that's quite a bit. Look at how it takes up almost the whole plate. I am having a yogurt, so I will have 5, 6, 7, 8 grams, 8.3 grams altogether. But I only do 2 meals a day. Well, 2, maybe a little snack. I'm doing the warrior diet. I eat 4 hours and then I go 20 hours no food. I still love to fast even though I am in maintenance mode. Fasting is still extremely healthy for you to hit autophagy and just to feel good. So it's really good to fast as much as you can. And so I do 20-hour fasting. I was doing 1 meal a day, but I couldn't really get all of my calories in. That was really hard to do. So I do 2 meals a day, a little snack, and then I can get that 2,000 calories in for my calories for the day, because it's important. I don't want to keep losing weight. So that's how I do it, and I love it. It's called the warrior diet. I do love 1 meal a day way better. It's just some days I'll do that if I know what I'm eating is going to be pretty heavy fat, because fat is a lot more calorie than carb or protein. So then I can get the calories up there higher. But basically it's kind of hard to do that when you're trying to eat that many calories or whatever. It's hard to do in 1 meal. I can't eat that much. It's hard to do. So, but anyways, all right. We're going to enjoy this. I'm going to put a little bit of Crystal's hot sauce on it because I want mine spicy. I am having one of these Clear America. I told you guys about these waters. They are okay. They're aspartame is the sugar in them. I don't do them every day, once in a while, but remember, I'm in maintenance. Some people can't have aspartame. Some people can't have sucralose. Sucralose is one that kind of knocks me out of ketosis or knocks my color down, and that is what's called ketone strips. You can get those strips. You need urinate on them like a pregnancy test, and look at the side of the jar, the side of the container will tell you what level you're at. If you are negative, you're out of keto. If you're any color, you are in ketosis. It's just how, the darker the color, it goes from pink to purple. The darker the color, which is purple, you are the highest fat burning mode you can be in. So that being said, that's how you can test. Some people can't have sucralose. I notice my color will go down. You could also test immediately. Those you got to wait like hours after you would eat or drink something like this to test it. You have to wait hours and hours, where you could get the Keto Mojo, which is more expensive. It's a blood draw, almost like when you do diabetes and you draw your blood. You could drink this and instantly test it, and it'll tell you if it knocked you out. But those are $50 for the kits, and then after that, to buy the strips, it's $1 a strip. So it's 50 strips, so it's $50. Expensive. The keto strips are only $6. I've always only worked with those, and I really don't even test anymore. I know my body. I know when I'm in, I know when I'm out. And I'm hardly ever out because I know what to eat. I've done it for so long. So, but yeah, I'm doing the Clear America. And this one here is orange cream. It tastes like a dreamsicle, you guys. It is so yummy. The last one I think I showed you was my pineapple coconut. I believe it was delicious. All the flavors. They have black cherry. They have wild cherry. They have strawberry kiwi. They have the orange cream. They have the peach. They have the, I think that's all the flavors. I love them all. They are like a soda water. They've got that fizz to it. They've got the perfect sweetness to it. I love them. They are a fake sugar aspartame. Love them. And like I said, I'm going to do a 2 Good yogurt. These are the only ones we can have on keto that I know of right now. They are 3 carbs. And I'm doing the blueberry one. And tonight I'm not putting nothing on it. Sometimes I do nuts on it. Sometimes I do whipped cream. Tonight I'm just having it just plain. So, all right. Let's see where I'm at. 15. I'm trying to keep my videos lower. Let's do a little bit of hot sauce here because I like it spicy. So how is everyone doing? I hope you're enjoying my videos. I am sorry I have not been in this week and done hardly any videos other than my nails and my outfit. And then, of course, you'll get, these last 2 videos, Saturday and Sunday. This is Sunday today. Not for me right now. They're always pre-recorded, but it'll be Sunday when you get this. But my brother's in the hospital right now with diverticulitis. He's got a pretty bad case of it, and one of his bowels are got a hole in it, so they're watching that. He might have to go through surgery, so I'm asking for prayers, please. And because of that, I've been stressed out, and I've been dealing with a lot of heart palpitations. So I talked to my heart doctor. They're not too worried about it. They said if I'd like, I could wear another monitor, but they're not too concerned. Mine are all extra heartbeats, and especially when I get nervous. I'm nervous for my brother very much, so if you could please say a prayer for me, for him. I'm sorry for him that he gets through this, that he doesn't have to have the surgery. They're trying to avoid surgery, not wanting to do this because it would have to remove a lot of his intestines and do a coloscopy. Gosh, some words are hard to say. Bag on the side. They're trying to avoid that, and I'm really praying that he doesn't have to go through that. So if you guys could say a prayer for me, I'd really appreciate it. But that's why I haven't been in a lot, you guys, and I'm trying to get back to my videos. I'm sure you guys understand. Family first. All right, first bite. Let's see what this tastes like. Well, let's get a pepperoni on here, too. I got Parmesan on it, too. You guys know because you would have seen the video if you watched it. If you didn't, that's where the recipe is how to make this. So if you didn't get a chance to see that video, definitely go in there because I don't tell it in here because I put it up yesterday. It's just chicken, cauliflower rice, pizza sauce, pepperonis, orange cheddar cheese, but mozzarella would probably be better. Even though I love it with the orange cheese, I wanted mozzarella because I wanted it more of a pizza. And then the pepperonis I said, and then Parmesan cheese. And then, of course, seasonings. I do have garlic powder in here and Italian seasoning and salt and pepper. So, and that's what gives it that Italian taste. Ooh, this is good. Yeah, definitely try this one out. This is good. It's definitely a pizza chicken flavor. Yum. So I decided I would do like a story time with you guys. Maybe once in a while I'll do that with you guys. I'll tell some stories. I'll tell you a really amazing story. Yum. It tastes just like, when you were a kid, do you remember the dreamsicles? Or even now, they still make them? That's what it tastes like, a dreamsicle. Yum. It is so good. So, so good. I got a really great recipe if I'm able to do it for Tuesday, for St. Patty's Day for you guys. I'm hoping maybe we'll get in and do that. Story time. Do you guys, I'm sure all of you know World War I. Well, World War I could have caused me not to be here because my mother wouldn't have been here, because my grandmother wouldn't have been here. My grandmother was around 7 or 8 years old, my mom's mother. And she was, supposed to go to school this day. And she was sick. Now, back in those days, my grandmother was very young, but back in those days, you didn't have to call and ask for permission. You didn't have to tell your mom. Her mom was gone. I don't know if she was getting her hair done, where her mom was, but she just stayed home. She wasn't feeling good. At that age, kids 7, 8 years old were like 15-year-olds, especially girls. So she just stayed in bed for a while, and didn't go to school or whatever. And it's so weird. The day she chooses to stay home, and I think there was only one other child that stayed home that day, World War I happened, and that school was leveled. The whole school was bombed. Every child died. On the playground, in the school, the teachers, everybody died. My grandmother happened to stay home that day. That's what just tells you how God works. God needed my mother or her to be here, my grandmother, for my mother to be here, for me to be here, for my son to be here. You know, it's like a butterfly effect. That's how God wants it. He chose it that way for her to be sick that day. But as her mother's getting her hair done, they're reading this on the news that the school was leveled. Of course, she is devastated. She thought she lost. That would be my great-grandmother. Thought she lost her daughter. My grandmother is, you know, reading this on the news or seeing this on the news or whatever, that the school was bombed. Devastated. I mean, every mother there was crying. Everybody was, you know, trying to help each other. I mean, what a horrible thing as a mother to hear that your, you know, the school was bombed, your child is gone. And to know that was World War I, you know. And my grandmother, you know, did what she had to do at home, and then she decided to go to, I don't know if they had phones back then or what, but maybe they didn't. And so she wanted to go tell her mom that she had stayed home. So I think she went to the beauty salon. I'm going to have to ask my mom. I think my grandmother, great-grandmother, was at the beauty salon, I believe. And my grandmother showed up there, and of course she turned and looked at her, and my grandmother's name was Joyce. She turned and looked at her and said, Joyce, and she said it was like looking at a ghost. Like her mother looked like a ghost. She looked like she was looking at a ghost. She couldn't believe that she was looking at her daughter. She grabbed onto her and held her so tight, and her daughter, my grandmother, didn't even know why she was crying or upset or anything, but she had found out that the school was bombed on the day that my grandmother decided to stay home because she didn't feel good. She was going to go. She felt a little better in the afternoon, but thank God she was sick enough to stay home that day, because had she not, my mom wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be here. My son wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be here. Got a frog in the throat. I wouldn't be here to be helping all of you guys. There was a reason I'm here. Everybody's born for a reason. Everybody's here for a reason. And I just thought, I can't believe when my mom told me that story, that how a butterfly effect works, because there'd be no me, there'd be no my mom, there'd be no my son. It's just so weird how my grandmother was sick that day to stay home, and only 2 kids stayed home that day, as far as I know. The rest of the kids went to the school, and the school was leveled. Everybody died. And it's so sad how our world runs, just like this coronavirus going around right now, how things happen, and it's just so sad. But you know what? Live your life the fullest every day. Live for God. God will always be there with you. He's not there to harm you in any way. When things happen bad, that is from the devil, not from God. But just remember, we are here. We're born and then we die. Everybody's got to die some point in life. God takes us home when he's ready, when it's his time. Unless you take your own life, God takes you home when he's ready. We all belong to him. Live your life to the fullest. This is not our permanent home. Our permanent home is in heaven with the Lord. If we make it there, if we believe, our permanent home is with him. That's where we will live for eternity. Like he says, for God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten son, that who shall ever believeth in him shall not perish, but have everlasting life. Meaning, we'll have our life here and then in heaven forever. You will never die. There will never be no sickness. Always be happy. No sadness in heaven. Walk streets of gold. You will have everything in heaven. And you will wear beautiful white wings. So just live your life for God. Know that we all have one life to live. Be as healthy as you can. And that's why I teach this too. I want you to be healthy so you live a long life. We're only given one body. And I believe we all have so many heartbeats until our life is over and God takes us home. Cherish and appreciate your life every day. Just like my brother going through what he's going through right now. I'm very nervous for him. If something happens to him, I'm going to be devastated. I'm hoping God gets him through this. And I know he will. I do have a lot of faith in God. But it's a very scary thing to go through. But I do trust the good Lord in heaven. And I know that he's going to get my brother through this, through the prayers with you guys. I do believe in power in prayer, so please pray for him. But like I said, if it wasn't for my grandmother that day and, them believing in God and all of that, she was sick that day, stayed home. And so here I sit today because my grandmother did not go to school that day. A very sad thing, but I'm happy that she didn't go to school that day. I'm happy she was sick. Thank God it wasn't anything serious, but she didn't go to school. And my mom's here, I'm here, my son's here. And I can teach you guys all this wonderful keto stuff. But I just wanted to tell you that story. I thought you guys would be interested to hear that. I don't really share a lot of things or whatever, but I thought, my son or my husband was telling me, you should tell that story to them. Because I told him one day we were watching a movie on World War I, a recent movie that just came out. I can't even remember the name of it. And he was telling me, we were watching that was World War I. And I told him, do you know that story? And I told him about my grandmother. He had never heard that story. And he goes, wow, you should share that on your channel. That's interesting. So, yeah. The world is mysterious and things, happen the way they're going to happen. So be happy, live your life, be happy, be healthy. Do what you can to live as long as you can. And when God's ready to take you, he will. And remember, nothing bad comes from God. So when you think it's bad, it's not. Pray to him and ask him to help you. He's always there. What is it? Fear not, for I am with you. I will never leave you nor forsake you. He's always there with you. I've been going through a lot of these palpitations, but God has been with me every step of the way, helping me out, getting me through it. There are times I feel him holding me, like that footprints in the sand. You know, when you saw 2 sets, and then all of a sudden there was only one, and that's when the guy was going through the most trouble in his life, and he said, where were you, Lord? He said, that's when I was carrying you. So during the times that you are having the hardest times and you feel like God isn't there, he's actually carrying you. So, lean on him. Believe in God. There is a heaven, there is a hell. And who wants to spend eternity burning forever? Not me. Just burning my finger hurts. I don't want to burn forever. And like I tell many people, if I am wrong, I know I'm not wrong. I know there is a heaven, there is a hell. Just look around. Babies being born, miracles happening all over the place. There is a God. But let's just say you don't want to believe me. Well, I'm going to believe because I don't want to spend eternity in hell. I don't even want to take a chance to not believe, which I do believe 100% there's a heaven and hell. I believe in God. I believe it. But some people out there, you know, question themselves. Well, question this. Do you want to risk it? I don't. Some people say, I'm just going in the ground. Well, what if you don't just go in the ground? What if you burn for eternity because you didn't believe? I wouldn't want that for you. I want everybody to make it to heaven, just like Jesus does. And he's so patient with us. Like I said in my Outfit of the Day video, when I read that verse to you guys, he's so patient with us. He wants everybody to make it to heaven. So, and spread the good word of God to everybody too. If you can't always make it to church, try to make it to church. If you can't, at least watch church episodes. Mine actually goes up on YouTube, or I'm sorry, Facebook. So I haven't been able to get over there. My husband's been busy on Sundays, so I haven't been able to get over there, and I don't have a second vehicle. But anyways, I get to see it every Sunday. They put it up on Facebook, so I get to watch it. I love it. So I watch it and read the Bible. It's important to read the Bible. Start your day with God. Thank him the second you wake up. Thank you for waking me up, Lord. Thank you. Thank him every day, even for the bad. Thank you, God, because maybe I had a bad day, but you woke me up. I'm alive still. There's always something to be thankful for. And my mom taught me this. There's always good and there's always bad. But if you take a piece of paper and write down all your good and all your bad, your good is going to be like this compared to your bad. I mean, you could just go on forever. You're still alive. Your kids are alive if your kids are still alive. You have food in your, a roof over your head, food in your belly, clothes on your back, a warm bed to sleep in, your health. Like you could just keep going and going. You have your arms, your limbs, you can see, whatever. Think about all of that. You could go on forever on all the good. And the bad would be what? I would mention my palpitations, the coronavirus going around, but I'm still healthy and I'm still, here. There's always so much more good than bad. And my mom, she was so great for saying that to me one day when I was really depressed when I was younger. And I do that every time. When I have a bad day, I write my good and my bad down, and the bad is always like that. And my good is always like that. Huge. Remember to do that. It works. Oh my God, this is so delicious, you guys. Definitely had that pizza taste. But in a hot dish kind of way. Last bite. Definitely try that one out. And I definitely want to try it with the mozzarella. I liked it with the cheddar, but I want to try it with the mozzarella too. And now we'll have our yogurt. I know my story wasn't very long, but a very interesting story. That it's so weird how it's such a butterfly effect in life. One little thing can cause so much, so many things to be different. And we can't change it. Had she went to school that day, I wouldn't be sitting here today talking to you guys. That's so weird. I love when I open these and read them. Look what this one says today. Focus on the good. Isn't that funny? That's just what I was telling you. The good always outweighs the bad. And I've been having kind of a bad week, worrying about my heart, the palpitations, extra palpitations I've been getting, been worried. And, you know, worried about my brother, just had a stressful weekend and just dealing with more palpitations. I think it's extra gas. I think it's because I'm going through premenopausal and I was, you know, that time of the month for me. I think I was just getting the electrodes in the heart were changing a little bit. I talked to the heart doctor. They weren't too concerned. She said, we could have you wear another monitor, but she goes, you wore one for 30 days. We know what you have, but if you feel you want to wear one for 24 hours, you can again. We'll check them out. Because I said, but they're just kind of back to back and just, you know, feel a little bit stronger. But she said, you are going through a very stressful time. So we'll see. But I know God's with me and I'm fine. But isn't that funny? I just got done telling you guys the good always outweighs the bad. Well, look at, I open up and my thing says focus on the good. I just got done saying that. The good will always outweigh the bad. So just remember that. No matter how bad it is, the good is always better. So focus on the good, not the bad. Blueberry. Ooh, I love blueberry. My favorite of these yogurts is the vanilla. That's my favorite. Almost tastes like a vanilla frosting. But I do like this blueberry one too. It's so yummy. I love these yogurts. Some people say they're not sweet enough. If you were a big time sweet eater and you're just starting off and you're trying this yogurt for the first time, yeah, it probably won't seem very sweet to you, but it's very sweet to me. I love it. Some people say they don't like it because it's not sweet enough. You could add a little squirt of stevia to it to sweeten it up a little bit if you want. Try that. A little bit of that or monk fruit liquid. Squirt that in there and it'll sweeten it up a little bit for you. But I love these yogurts. And I love that they're Greek. Look at that. They are definitely a thick yogurt. Look at that. It is not coming off that spoon. That is a thick Greek yogurt. I love Greek yogurts. So definitely try these out. They make black cherry, coconut, blueberry, peach, strawberry, berry, and vanilla. And I love the vanilla. That's my favorite. And then coconut would be my second. And so toss it between black cherry and blueberry. The one I don't like the least would be the peach. I don't know why I like peach stuff, but that one, I don't know. I don't like that one that much. I still get it though and eat it. But this will be my last meal for the day, and I will go 20 hours without food again. All done. Yum. That was delicious. Another meal, no guilt, guilt-free. No, I ate at home, and I feel great that I did, and I ate healthy. And I hope all of you guys got to enjoy this meal with me or one of my other keto recipes or a keto recipe that you did and sat down with me and enjoyed this video, enjoyed the little bit of teaching I did, enjoyed to, you know, see me come back because I've been away for a little bit. I'm sorry about that. And enjoyed that story. Very sad that the whole school was leveled, but just thank God that my grandmother didn't go to school that day because she was here. I'm so sad for all the families that lost their, you know, their kids. It's just sad. We all know about World War I. Very sad time. But I'm just glad that my grandmother survived so that my mom could be here, so I could be here, so my son could be here, and I could be here for all of you. So I hope you enjoyed that story. And I'll try to do a couple of stories like that. Maybe I'll tell you one day how me and my husband met and go over that. Or I'll tell you how I developed my heart condition, when it started and what went on. I'll tell you different stories. Maybe I'll do that in my videos here if you guys like that. So, but other than that, I hope everybody is doing well. Please keep me in your prayers. I will keep all of you in my prayers. I always do. I pray for each and every one of you. I tell God to watch over all of my subbies and take care of everybody and help them. So if you could do the same for me, pray for the palpitations, that God will help subside those, and that I'm okay and everything's fine. And I'll let you guys know if I do wear a monitor, and I'll let you know if everything's all right. And I'm sure it is. I mean, I'm still moving around. I don't have any of the chest pain, the heaviness that they talk about, the shortness of breath, or the like the pain in the arm, or like dizziness, blacking out, or anything. I don't have any of that. So they just say you get extra heartbeats. So I'm sure that's all it is. I'm just dealing with a very stressful situation right now. So I appreciate all the prayers, you guys. And I love having all of you guys here. Thanks for joining me. And I will see you in my very next video, each and every one of you. I can't wait to see you in my next video, which is going to be my nail video. You guys will get to see that next. And I can't wait for Tuesday. I really hope I get to do that video because that's for St. Patty's Day, and I can't wait to share my St. Patty's Day look with you. Got a lot of interesting things coming up. Again, I'm sorry this week that's been a little bit hectic and I haven't been able to do a lot of videos, but at least you got a couple here, a little bit of teaching. So hope you guys enjoyed that, and I'm sure you guys understand. It's always family first, right? Family first. Well, God first, your family, and then you can, you know, be there for everybody else. So everybody take care. God bless. And I'll see each and every one of you in my very next video. If you need help, remember, I like my email down below. And always remember, everybody, always remember, everybody, to what? Before you see me next, always remember to keep it keto.